This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. We're here for Week 5 of EA Sports College Football. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Hey guys, checking in with the Texas head coach before the game. He has been warning his players all week. They're in the top 25. They might have the most talent, but he understands this environment is insane. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football, and he understands they can disrupt play calling, communication, and the line of scrimmage. He has been playing crowd noise all week in practice to make sure his players are prepared. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Gators headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Hand off for Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Arch is going to throw for it. Catch in the middle. It's Lockett. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
We talked about it earlier. Now this home crowd making life difficult. Third down from the gun, Manning. Finds his big tight end. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. Convert that third down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
You do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, that you watch film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down. You throw the quick timing slant. Now, everybody settle in. We're good. We got this.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
To throw, Manning. Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. On his feet at the 40. Wide open on the right. He'll be stopped, but not before. He carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Smothers. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Got it. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Makes the catch. It's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. He wants to change this route. Jones wants to throw it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Touchdown, Texas! Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Got the quick completion. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. Grab behind the line. It's Wilson. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. All they needed was a few inches, and the defense was not having it. And the incomplete pass, they rolled the dice. Snake eyes. Great place to start for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Arch to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's picked off at the goal line.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take it?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake, you huddle the guys up, sudden change, be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Jones to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The officials blow the whistle to stop play. There is a Longhorn shaken up. That's the senior safety being evaluated by medical personnel. Holly will let us know what's going on with him. Handoff for Ball. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the first quarter. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Trying to impose their will with the run. Makes it past the marker. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Here's a give the ball. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Going for the marker on the ground. Tried to run for it on 4th and 1, and there was nowhere to go. The defense gets the stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Manning. Caught in the backfield. It's Brown. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Arch Madness. He's got him in the flat. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding it. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Art's going to spin it again. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Got it down the field. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Rush is on him. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
A give to Brown. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. It's 3rd and 5. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Running inside, it's Pryor. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll ride the hot hand.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got some room to run. The 30, the 10. Touchdown, Longhorn! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get 1 pick six in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
28-0. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got him downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. 1st down from the 45. Jones wants to throw it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And the timing just a hair off.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distance.
Makes the catch, and he's free. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. The Gators, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Blasted as he lets it go. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds. And
touchdown, Gator! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
Coming out with it, it's Wilson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Throwing Manning. Pocket breaking down. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Finds a seam. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Texas.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Texas, 35. Florida, 7.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Jones to throw. Got a man. It's Pryor. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The run inside. It's Pryor. There's a crease. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Between the uprights, it's good. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We begin with a look at North Carolina taking on the number 13 team, the BYU Cougars.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
The short hands, it's Brown. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Jones wants to throw it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He's going to fire deep. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas! This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Makes the grab on the left. And he got it oh so close to that 1st down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Here's Manning to throw. Over the middle, complete to Coleman. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Corner's going to give them room. To the air. It's Manning. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Longhorns! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career.
Gashes the heart of the knee. The tag. And he scores. Touchdown, Gator. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. They're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
He's got it in the end zone for the conversion. At this point, you're probably just working on your two-point plays. And he's going to bring this one out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Texas offense. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Arch is going to throw for it. That's reeled in. It's Wingo. Crosses the 35. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And Jesse, he just keeps piling up numbers, over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all game long. He just seems like he's dialed in, and, man, he's been accurate throwing the rock.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. Breaks into the open. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Under fire. And they got it.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
Booster, boost, Bubba. Let it go.
To throw, Manning. Here's the pressure. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. On target to the left. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Handoff for Brown. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
Here's the thing, not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Here's Arts to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Makes a catch. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open. Who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you.
Fires toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Longhorn! Give him 3 touchdowns in this game and now up to 8 on the season.
Hey, he's got that bayou speed. Like I run bayou. You can call it whatever route you want to call it, but does a nice job winning at the line of scrimmage, getting behind the DB, runs, catches it right in the end zone. Big play for this offense. Nice throw, nice catch.
He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He's looking to throw. Bringing the heat. And it's a sack. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Caught on the left side by Wilson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Quarterback making adjustments. From the gun on 3rd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll have the 1st down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. The Gators moving quickly to the line.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
And the Gators are rolling down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Working that left side now. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The Gators go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the gun. Got his man on the right. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out. Man, I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
He wants it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Still on his feet at the 25. There's some room. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Calls his own number. There he goes. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready.
He's looking deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Now facing a 3rd and long. Using his legs, it Smothers. Inside the 25. Flying out to the left. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And they tacked on the extra point.
70, Florida, 18.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Off the play fake. A strike downfield. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, but it might be too little too late. The Gators come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Right down the middle. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Taking it the other way. And he is brought to the ground, and that's